Thanks, Santa Wiz. I'm Bill O'Reilly in a personal story segment tonight. Brand new book called Stonewalled, My Fight for Truth Against the Forces of Obstruction, Intimidation, and Harassment in Obama's Washington. Wow, what a subtitle. Book's written by former CBS News investigative reporter Sharyl Attkisson, and here she is. What I'm most interested in the book, and I just got it, I was looking through it, and it's very methodically put together. But the hacking thing. So you're working at CBS News, you're working on these investigations, Fast and Furious and other things, and somebody tries to hack into your computer. Do you have any idea who it was?
I can tell you what my forensics experts told me, and I didn't detect this myself, by the way. Sources came to me because this was pre-knowing about Fox being spied on and Americans being spied on, so it didn't occur to me the government might be spying on me, but sources started giving me a heads up, and I was able to get somebody with inside information to look at the computer, and they concluded there had been, over a period of time, probably a fairly lengthy time, sophisticated intrusions in both my personal computer and my
at home and at work.
Well, the work computer, using it at home, yes.
Now, when you say sources, were they government sources, people working inside the Obama administration?
Government-connected sources initially, and because those, for obvious reasons, want to remain anonymous.
Of course, but they tipped you off because they felt what was happening to you was wrong.
Right.
Did they flat out say to you, hey, Sharyl, you got the government, you got some of these people with sophisticated software trying to find out what you're doing? Did they say that to you?
They said the proprietary software they found in my computer was a type that's used by either the FBI, CIA, DIA, or NSA. So those are four government agencies.
So it could have
been
any of the four, but somebody wanted to know what you were finding out at CBS News.
Right, and then we had an independent expert come in from CBS News who confirmed the remote intrusions, and then I had a third computer forensics expert who's more on the record, also confirmed the remote computer intrusions.
Now, the only way we're going to find out who did this, what government agency did this, and it could have been a rogue person at those agencies, is if there's a whistleblower. Somebody who comes and says, hey, I know who chapped Sharyl Attkisson's computer. That's really the only way you're going to do it, right?
There might be some other ways. We're working on that right now. There's been new information uncovered as recently as the last couple of weeks, so we're still aggressively pursuing all of it.
When you say where still, who's where? You're out of CBS.
I have a computer expert. I have a whole team, basically, that's been working on this for some time that includes some of my sources, the computer forensics folks, and my attorney.
All right, so now you want to find out who did that and break that story.
Would be nice.
I hope you break it here. All right, because we don't want that. That is way out of bounds.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, part of your book is that you were working on sensitive stories like Fast and Furious and Benghazi and a few others, and that the liberal culture at CBS at first was okay with it, but then kind of backed away from it. Is that fair?
I think that's fair to say, although I describe in the book there are competing tensions. Sometimes there was sort of a conservative/corporate bias that influenced story decisions. Sometimes there was a perceived liberal ideological bias that influenced story decisions. And it came together, as I describe in the book, into this sort of perfect storm with a narrowing slice of information and stories that the broadcast wanted. And it basically ruled out almost anything that I had to offer that was original.
All right, and not only you, but the other investigative teams at CBS as well.
Right.
But is it possible that the culture of news has changed? For example, I used to be on Good Morning America all the time talking about politics and my books and things like that. Now they won't book me over there because they want to do celebrity stuff. Renee Zellweger's face gets 30 minutes, okay? No, but it's true.
Yes, it's true.
Because it has worked for them. Their ratings at Good Morning America overtook Today because they went showbiz tabloid. So now it seems that the network news is taking a look at that. Well, we don't want the heavy-duty stuff now. We want the kind of light and lively stuff. Is that a possibility that intruded upon your serious journalism?
That is a factor. I think there are 4 or 5 factors that combine together, and that is one of them. Surely that has worked for them in some fashion. Are you still a news program when you decide that celebrity information in the British Royals is something that's more important than investigative reporting? In the past, I've had bosses that were able to see a value in both and provide a good mix. Right.
How long did you work at CBS?
More than 20 years.
Okay. Did you ever feel about quitting before the last 2 or 3 years of the Obama administration?
No.
Okay, so you were happy there for that period of time.
I mean, off and on, there are always battles, differences of opinion, but overall, I was very happy.
All right, but once the Obama administration got into trouble, and you were, reporting on that, then things went downhill.
Yes, and also I would point out that coincided with a change in management on all the broadcasts. There was really one of the most sweeping changes in all of the really upper-level management and producers at CBS in one fell swoop about this time, so it coincided with that change as well.
All right, you can read all about it, specifics in Stonewalled by Sharyl Attkisson. I'm sure it's going to be a big bestseller. Thanks for coming in,
Thank you
Sharyl.
so much.
Nice to see you.